Everybody, Kristy Glass here with a finished object for you. This is an object that I had full intentions of doing in the month of May for crochet in May, and I almost made it. I finished it in June, and that's totally fine. And I wanted it for a specific trip that I'm going on, a warm weather vacation. And I purchased a few different kits, and I got a hat kit and then a kit for a bag. And thankfully, I got the same color raffia in the hat as in the bags. But then I found this hat that I was interested in purchasing that made the need for a hat obsolete. And I'm so glad I did that because I started on the bag first and I totally ran out of yarn. And thankfully, I had a third skein because of this hat that I was going to crochet, but then didn't crochet. So here's the bag. And I did not check gauge, but I don't know if it would have mattered that much. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, and that's probably because I did not meet gauge. But it's really cool. It's a really fun bag. And let me just tell you a little bit about the process. So this company is called Wool and the Gang. I will link underneath this video to this kit and pattern if you're interested in it. I don't even remember the name of it, so I have to look that up after I shoot this video. But I want to tell you that this pattern is off. So when you read through the pattern and it tells you what the stitch count is, it's not correct on at least one of the rounds. And I do think that it affects the rest of the rounds going forward. So just look at the picture, trust your instincts, because what they wrote isn't right. And this is not the first time that I have come across this problem with this company. This is an addition by me because I did have some extra raffia, and I used this Omega Curl from Neon Tea Party to make some pom-poms with my loom tool. So that's just a little addition that I put on that's not included with the kit. Now this is what the raffia looks like. This is a full skein of it, and this raffia is really hard to wrangle. You have to be really careful because it will just unwind. In fact, I think it's put together. I don't know because I have never seen a mill that does this, but you could like break off a chunk of this. Like you can break it off, and it's bizarre. So you have to be really, really careful. I got pretty good at it by my third skein, but I used these cuffs, these yarn cuffs from CGCG Yarn to sort of hold it together in between sit down usages. Also, the crochet hook that was provided in the kit, I added it on because I didn't have the size. It's a unique size. Size is it's like a 4.5 milliliter. It's considered a 7. So I only have letter crochet hooks, but this was a 7. So I added it on, and the quality of the hook was subpar. So I wish I hadn't done that. I ended up purchasing a new hook from Clover. I just had it here, but now I can't find it. And it's because my dog was chewing on it. That's how amazing the grip is. Dogs want to chew it. I highly recommend getting a high quality hook if you're working with raffia because it is hard to work with. That's probably why my gauge was off. I could only sit down and work on one square at a time, and I had to take a few days in between each square because it's not a fluid situation like with traditional yarn. It's hard on the hands. So the kit called for 2 skeins of this raffia. And by the time I was done with my 7th square, it requires 8 squares, 2 straps, and enough raffia to do this border at the top. By the time I was done with my 7th square, I had this much left from the 2 skeins. So with this much left, I needed to do an 8th square, 2 straps, and the top border, and seam it all together. So like I said, I was really grateful that I had that 3rd skein, and I only have this much left. So you can compare this to a full skein. I think this should be a 3 skein project because when you're dealing with a kit situation, the customer isn't going to always have the exact right gauge. And if you also say, this is the crochet hook to use, then I think it should be 3 skeins. Just gonna put it out there. Now, I was debating, sorry, you can see my dog's ears right here. Hi, Lulu. I was debating on how to sew this together, and I decided to just use the raffia. And I haven't tested it out with a ton of wear and tear yet, but the raffia seems to be really tough and like it will make it through. You can break it easily with your hands when you're done with the section, so that's great if you forgot your scissors. But even though it's easy to tear with force, I do think it's a strong fiber, and I'm looking forward to see how it holds up. I don't even know what raffia is. Is it from plants? Would I do this again? Probably not, because I enjoy working with wool and natural fibers and acrylics better than raffia. But I did have fun making it, and I do think it's a great bag and probably worth the cost of the kit. I don't remember how much it costs, but probably worth the cost of the kit to just do it yourself than to purchase it at the store perhaps. So that is my Crochet in May moment. And oh, the other thing to mention is some of my squares weren't quite the same shape as the other ones. Some were a little bigger, some were a little smaller. So I do think you could maybe steam it out before you seam. I decided not to. I just seamed it all up with a whip stitch, and I used the tails. I wish I had left the tails longer, because a couple times I had to cut extra raffia and start in. That just means more ends to weave in. But I did give it a steam after it was all done, and I think it looks pretty uniform. You know, it probably still looks handmade. There's a little goof right there. Don't look at the goofs. It's crochet. I'm always fudging it when I do crochet. So this is my Crochet in May, Crochet in J moment. And I will link to the kit underneath this video if you want to try it out yourself. Maybe yours will turn out the more appropriate size, but mine is jumbo. I feel like I can fit my towel, my book, my sunscreen, everything in this bag. So that's a positive. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me here at Kristy Glass Knits, and I'll see you next time. Bye.